This video is primarily for the freshers who are starting their career in software industry, especially in 2023, because July is the time when all the companies start rolling out their joining letters and a lot of freshers will enter into the industry. In this video, I'm going to cover three important aspects which you need to know. First, I'm going to cover about the projects, second, salary, and third most important thing, the behavioral aspect. So firstly, let us try to understand a little bit of reality. Let's take a step back and understand about the projects in the software industry. Before going there, when you get a job, there are primarily two categories. One, who get a very good high paying job, 20 to 40 LPA, anywhere around that you are going to get placed in a good company. The second category, where the expectations are that you get a good job, like at least 50,000 or 1 lakh, whatever it is, you get a good job. But unfortunately, we end up getting 20 to 30,000 of salary. First most important thing, we should at least feel a little bit happy that we are having a job, and in the near future, things are going to change if we put in some effort. So don't feel disappointed that okay, I'm only going to get 20,000, I'm only going to get 25,000. There's nothing like that. There are a lot of people in software who have started at 2025 who are above and around 1 lakh salary. So don't feel disappointed. Even if the expectations in your family, your surroundings, your expectations are high, it is okay. At least you have something to start with. So firstly, about projects. Most of us, to be very honest, all of us would love to get into a development project, but unfortunately, if you are getting into some service-based companies, or let's say even if you are getting into some product-based companies, let's talk about first product-based companies. In product-based companies, not all product-based companies are going to use open source technologies, and they will not be in the top latest version which is available. There are product-based companies where they have some in-house technologies where they are developing, and that in-house technologies alone will be used. So if you are into that kind of a project, then you might not feel that much comfortable, and you should be mentally ready that, okay, even if I'm getting this higher pay, what about my technology? How it is there? So we need to understand that project is a little bit, even if you get into a product-based company, little bit on like it is a factor of luck that also plays a role. So we need to be mentally a little bit prepared for that. On the other hand, if you are getting into a service-based company, you must have read almost at all the places that project allocation is random, except for very few people who are extremely lucky. And in this random project allocation as well, now there are primarily three types of projects: development project, support project, and testing project. You should always try to get into a development project if you don't get into a development project, because everyone will not get into a development project. For example, during my training, what I've seen, around 100 people, only 20 to 40 people were able to get into development project. Remaining people, they were put into like support project and testing project. They were not into development project. But does that mean after 4 or 5 years, their career is not good? No. It is that if you, let's say, get into a support project, or if you got into a testing project, if you are not able to get into a development project, it's not that the career is over. You should think what I should do next, what is going to be my career path, and work in that direction. So don't feel depressed. There is a chance that you're a topper in your college, you're a top performing guy in college, but you might end up into a support project. You should be mentally ready for that. You should try to get into a development project, but if not, you should see what's next. See above and ahead and beyond. Like what is next you need to see. You should not get stuck over there, because this is office. That was college. You are a topper in your college, but this is office. This is a completely different area. So first most important thing which we need to create our mind or fine tune our mind is there is a factor of luck that is required for us to get into a good project. They think it is a good project, but we should think it is a good project. Even though they say it's a fantastic development project, maybe from the company perspective, it's a fantastic development project, but for you, for us, technically, how much open source technologies are there? So all of these things are there. You should be flexible. We should be flexible to accept any kind of project. We should not, first most important thing, we should not feel low. Whatever it is, wherever we are, we should always think what next to do. So that is the first most important thing about projects. Second thing, salary hike. While you might think that, okay, software is all about getting 1 lakh salary, or people getting like 30 LPA, 45 LPA, and all these things which you see on the internet, unfortunately, the reality is a little bit different. In some product-based companies, when your package is already high, there is a very slight chance that you will get any hike because your package is already high compared to the market standard. In most of the service-based companies where your package is around 3 to 4, we will get maybe around 6 to 8% of hike, and this might not look significant. Maybe when you get your appraisal, when you're getting the top rating available in your company, you might have that feeling, but maybe after 1 month you will realize that the money that actually increased is not significant. So first, the important thing here is that when it comes to salary hike, you should be mentally prepared for a few years. Like let's say you are in some 20,000 to 30,000 job. For a few years I'm going to work hard and then my life is going to change. At no point in these 3 years you should give up, or you should feel depressed, or you should stop trying. Because I've seen people who work hard 2.5, 3 years, they switch at 3 years, they move to 15 to 20 LPA. People who work hard 1 to 2 years, they try to switch, then it doesn't happen, then they feel okay, this is not going to happen, and then they continue in the same company, and even at 5 years of experience they are less than 10 LPA. Here also you are going to do work, there also you are going to do work. Just 1 or 2 years, and additionally 1 year if you work hard, definitely you will reach your family's expectation, you will reach your expectation. But for that you need to follow the process, you need to put consistent effort. Opportunities are there. Maybe right now market is not good, you are hearing that okay, joining letter is delayed, offer letter is delayed, people are not getting this, not getting that. That is just right now. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, things will settle down. Maybe in 2020 when COVID came, a lot of people were removed. People would have never thought that in 2021 you'll have 100 to 150% hike for the people. So it is a like continuous process. So always remember that maybe yearly hike may not be very heavy, but if you trust the process, at 3 to 5 years, when it is the right time, if you take the right decision, then definitely you are going to reach your target of maybe 6 digit or whatever is your target. And third most important thing, the behavioral aspect which you need to follow in office. You may be a topper in your college, but always remember you need to be respectful to your seniors, because you know, your senior is somebody who has spent a lot of time in the company, has a lot of exposure to the product. Here or there, somewhere or the other, you will need his help. Once you start showing your attitude towards him, you are not polite to him. You may be a topper in your college, you may be the best, but in office, your seniors are a little bit better than you until you become that better person. So for few days, even though your package is high, even though you're very knowledgeable, try to be a little bit normal. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you behave. If you are good with your seniors, then definitely they'll also get a feeling that, okay, he's a good guy. He is somebody who wants to learn, improve around here. So it's important that you don't show any kind of attitude at workplace, irrespective of your salary or your knowledge.